Hello everyone, and today we're in Barcelona, and as always on day one we're going to get lost in this city. And we are now in Mercat de Sant Josep de la Boqueria, or better known as Market de la Boqueria. This market originally existed around 1217, but it wasn't recognized as an official market. This was the time where first people set up some stalls, people were selling some food. It's the main tourist market in Barcelona, next to La Rambla, the tourist area. And browse around when you're going to shop, because prices differ from cent. We had a juice, some oysters and some very nice salami. And when you go to the toilet, a practical tip, keep your receipt. Because if you show your receipt at the toilet is free. And I saw when we were standing there, loads of people didn't even realize that you could enter the toilet for free as well. But we're going to move on because there's loads to explore here in Barcelona. We are in front of Barcelona Cathedral. In the meantime, I need to do this quick because Min is scared. You can't see it behind the camera, but she's scared of all the pigeons around here on the square. But Barcelona Cathedral is built in the 14th century and it's a very nice square. Besides, there are like weird people walking around that wants to be on a picture with you. There's some very nice live music going on. There's a flea market on this first day. And we are going to explore Barcelona a little bit more because Min really wants to go further into the city. So we're going to get lost and let's move on. And while we're walking around, we just passed Casa Baltico and Casa Mila, both designed by Gaudi. And people are right on the internet. You really need to book your tickets in advance because there's a large queue. I don't even know how long it would take us to get inside. So we'll do that at another time. And now we're walking to La Sagrada Familia, also designed by Gaudi. But that's not completely true. So I will tell that whole story over there. And then, hopefully, we still have time to visit the castle. We're standing in front of La Sagrada Familia, and while everyone thinks that Gaudi was the one who was the main architect, the one who started the construction of this famous church, unfortunately that isn't true. In 1882, Francisco de Paulo de Ville was the one who started the construction of this famous church. A year after, Gaudi took over as the main architect. He dedicated his whole life for the next 55 years to finish the church as much as he could. Unfortunately, he died in a tram accident, and then they buried him in the crypts here below. There are some problems during the construction. During the Spanish Revolution, for example, they burned down lots of the documents of the architect, how Gaudi really wanted to reconstruct this place, and it took them 30 years to recover those documents, and now the construction is still going on. I'm not sure if we're going to visit this place later on, but if we have time in Barcelona, we definitely will, because we heard it's a good place to check out. And let's move on because we still want to explore a lot here on our first day in Barcelona. And we're on our way to the castle of Montjuïc. When we just exited the station, we first passed the fountain where there will be a magical show tonight with lights, music, everything. Up there, there's an it's such a difficult word. Archaeological museum, and even that's pronounced wrong. But yeah, that's a museum up there. And after that, there will be the castle where we're going to visit. So we got off the bus just one stop before the castle because the castle is closed at 8 p.m. But we wanted to see the view over the port where we walked up to a parking lot. But instead, this path behind me, that was our shortcut back down. So if you're here, you can also just climb the hill up directly. There are a lot of mountain bikers around, runners, so everyone is doing the same. I think paths here in Barcelona, it doesn't really matter. But let's go down and see the show from the fountain. magical fountain, or the Font Magica, which it's called here, is going on, and it's crowded as hell. We arrived here 10 minutes before. It's really crowded. We are very lucky to stand on this pillar. We have a brilliant view over what's going on. This is the third song, I guess, what's going on. It's very kind of Disneyland thing. The fountain goes really high, and with the lights, it's really beautiful. The shows for the magical fountain, if you want to know, are going on every Thursday, Friday and Saturday, so they're only 3 days a week. And the first one is at 9 o'clock in the evening, and there's a second one at 9:30 p.m. Unfortunately, I couldn't close the video yesterday because we were just too sad doing our tapas dinner. We had paella, which was microwaved paella, and the tapas weren't even that nice. But the Magic Fountain show was really great. And the good thing is, if you come around 9 p.m, you first have the fountain show during sunset, and then it gets slowly dark, and then at the end, when it's completely dark, it's really great. And while it says online there are 2 shows, but the music what I was doing the whole hour was different. So next time we're going to explore more of Barcelona. It will be more organized, more structures, I promise you guys. And as always, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next Barcelona video.
Can you put the shirt the other side down?
There's a car coming.
This is the dumbest decision you had, you know. You are next to the bend.
It's fine.